Hey, what's up, guys? It's HeapCVA again. Here we are back in Subnautica after my dismal show headed for LifePod 17 last time. Totally blew it, not getting that extra O2 tank. That screwed me up. Not a whole lot in the way of batteries, but it's better than nothing. I do have enough first aid kits this time. So I guess what I'm waiting for is sun. There's not much else we can do right this minute. Didn't get any messages. We don't have anything hiding in here that I need. I'm just waiting for the sun to come up. So why don't you let me see if I can hit the gas a little bit, and as soon as the sun comes up, hello, press F8. If you only wondered how many times I wanted to push that button. Anyway, let me hit the accelerator. I figured out how to speed things up instead of just cutting out. And I'm kind of wondering what it'll do to my video. So I'm going to try it this time if you guys don't mind. And as soon as the sun comes up, off to the LifePod 17 we go again. So give me a second and we'll wait for the sun to come up. I think I'll turn this way because the sun comes out over here first. So give me a second and we'll hit full blast and speed it up. Well, see, that didn't take very long, did it? It's not magic, that's for sure. So the sun is coming up, and while it's not quite as high as I would prefer, you know, there's home down there. You don't have anything, might as well go down there and look. I have to admit, after that last start, I actually got on the program as in one of my other saves because I wanted to see, I distinctly remember going in some doors the last time in the wreck, and it's kind of funny that those doors don't appear now that I went back to look. It's been a long time since I've been there, to be honest with you. They don't seem to exist anymore. Not such a really ripping good thing. Was not very happy to see that. So, like I said, every time there's an update, I hate going through this, but I want to save my batteries if I can. Every time there's an update, a little something is different, a little something is changed, the location of things change, and it kind of changes everything that you save, just a little bit. Is it enough to rip your hair out? I'm not thinking I'll rip my hair out. It does make for an interesting day. I actually need 4 tanks, to be honest with you. It makes for a long day when you've spent, you know, 1 day, 2 days, a week putting together something, and then you realize there he is dropping those rocks again. Like I said, I wish somebody'd tell me what the heck he's doing. To me, it doesn't make any sense at all. I forgot what I was going to say. See that dude completely screwed me up, and it looks like we're going to get a thing while we're at it. Eclipse, of course. That would be just my luck if that thing came out and bit me right in the fanny while we were trying to figure out what the Sam Hill is going on. Anyway, it does, you know, as they change things in the game, and I kind of understand. I won't say I get it. You know, I kind of understand where they're headed. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm thrilled about the whole thing. So we need to power this up. Level 5. Can we do that? There we go. I gotta get a breath of air again. Really? You know, if you've done some really hard work on a given thing, all of a sudden you're not able to do what you were doing before. Now, one thing I found out, and wasn't my original plan, is that nothing is where it used to be. This particular wreck used to be entered from a completely different way, and notice that they're not little fragments anymore. They're these little goodies. They do scan a little faster. That's good, but oh look, it's a PDA. I don't think I saw that last time. Things are starting to look different. They're not the little tiny baby what did I call them? Little electric refrigerators, I guess is what I was calling them before. Let's go back up to surface, get a breath of air. It's going to take us a lot of trips. But there used to be other doors here that don't exist, and I'm not happy with that. It doesn't exactly make it easy to get out and about. You know, it is what it is. I also noticed that it was hard to load a few things last time. They would not scan, and drove me nuts. But looks like we fixed that, and looks like this room is pretty much done. Now let's get that, and a battery charger. That's a good thing. We must have got that already. I can build that when we get back. Okay. So that's that way. This is what screwed me up last time. What I want to do is I'm going to get air, and then I'm going to come back down in there. Get up here. Like I said, theoretically, you would need to make 4 tanks. But you swim like a ton of bricks. But it looks like they've made this last longer than it used to, which is nice, because they were really cutting it thin on how long the batteries last. That's not good. That's not what I intended to do. See, anyway, go up, 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 and over. And I'm trying to swim a little faster. See if there's anything else in here that I really, really need. There's that again. I think I've already done that. But one of the things that's bugging me is there used to be something here that is not here anymore. So, you know, it's obviously I got plenty of the things I don't need. But scan, scan, scan I will. The mobile vehicle things, that's fine. That does me no good in the scheme of things. So let's see if I can remember to get out of here this time, because I got really fouled up. So we're going to have to unfortunately go down over there when we get a second. We get a breath of air. And we're going to cruise around and try not to get bit while we do it. And see if I can see anything lurking on the bottom of the ocean, because there used to be doors, and there are not doors, although I am seeing things out here that I didn't see the last time. So that's a bay fragment. I believe we've done more than enough of that. Oh, darn it. I don't even see who that was. One of them little biting SOBs. As per usual. You know, where'd you go? He's way over there. That's a good start right there. And I guess one of the things too is the things I'm looking for look absolutely different. So maybe I'm seeing them and not even realizing it. So back up to the surface we go. And it would be nice to finish this in one trip. It's taking a little longer. Like I said, when I came down here in my other episodes, when I was on another deal, what I was looking for didn't look anything what I'm seeing like what I'm seeing right now. So it does kind of change things. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I just want to make sure that I see and try to scan everything that I bump up against, so that I get at least a shot at getting the sea moth. It sure would be nice to have that to get around. It definitely makes it easy. But air doesn't exactly last forever. That's kind of interesting. There's another fragment right there. That's the bioreactor, though I think I'm done with that. Alright, let's get... There's some stuff over there. So, I'm still good on the battery for this thing. I'm pretty happy with that. Come on, get up there. Alright. Down we go again. See, it's sitting in a depression this time that it wasn't before. There's another fragment right there. 2 fragments maybe. That's that. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. It's not what I want. Where's the rest of my little submarine? Darn it. That's what I need more than anything else. And see, this has changed, guys. This has really, really changed. And it's not necessarily helping. So I want to kind of motor around. I'm going to go back here. Didn't leave anything there. So the only other thing I can think of doing, and it's going to get dark before I finish, which is not helping matters any, is the fact that not all the sea moth parts were there. Actually, it's that cloud right there, I think, that's giving me trouble. So let's do this. For right now, we're going to swim back. And maybe we can find that other wreck. But I can restore my batteries, which is a huge deal. That's really going to help. And do the other item. I don't want to look at my thing right now. So I tell you what, I'm going to hit the fast forward button, and we're going to swim super fast over to our pod. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, well, hey guys, we're back just as the sun starts to go down, which is just fine. Let me get up and into the pod here. And what I want to do is look at my inventory. So we're 33% of the way to the sea moth. Not exactly where I want to be. However, we did get the mobile vehicle bay and we got the battery charger, which is awesome. Now I got to make a computer chip, which I'm going to have to go get my stuff out of the other deal. And so I don't mind swimming to my base in the dark. Like I said, I've never heard of them pull a person out of their base yet. So on with silver, unfortunately I have enough. Let me get rid of the mountain of titanium that I got by scanning those fragments that I didn't really need to scan. I'll put the batteries in here for just right now. We got a little bit of time. I can slow down a little bit. Whoops, didn't want to do that, but do want to do that. Let's get one of these. I need another copper fragment, of course. So what I want to do, first things first, is get a battery charger. So I need a computer chip, which, as you guys know, is silver, the table coral, and the quartz. No biggie. We can do that. And then not necessarily as much of a hurry to get this as I am to get to that other wreck that we saw on our way to 17 that I didn't mark. I'm really bad at remembering to do that. I hate to build those things. I always forget. But I want to see what's in that to see if that helps us at all. So let me, there it is right there. I'm going to swim up in here. And what I'll do is crawl up here. And like I said, if this fast forwarding thing doesn't work, I'll never do it again, I promise. But I wanted to give it a whirl. So let the sun come up and I'll come right back to you and we'll talk about what I need to get done in this the next go around. So give me a sec. All right, throw on the brakes, and here we are. So, as I look at this thing, I need to get that copper first thing. That's going to be the biggest issue, so let's go after that first thing. Keep your fingers crossed that nothing comes and tries to bite my head off. Like I said, I don't know where these critters are. They're never in the same place twice. And they don't like us. They really, really don't like us. There's one of those guys that wants to blow its head up at you. Like I said, I'm just seeing if I can see anything obvious as I swim around in the where I just happen to be at. I certainly don't need any of that right now. There's the lower chunk. It's just what I was looking for. Don't need that. I gotta keep myself from doing that. So having the battery charger is almost as important as having the sea moth, because it's part and parcel to all of the tools that you use. Now it doesn't charge the batteries in the sea moth, but it does everything else. So I gotta see. I did. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is this bad boy goes right here, because that's one of the things I need. Chuck that over. So we need to make this little beauty here. So I need the quartz, which I have in the other layer and a couple of table coral samples. So let's get that done. If I can find any. Kind of weird. You can hear the dogs barking in the background. This is the first day in a long time when I've been able to have the doors open, and I've just decided to put up with it. You know, they're not screaming up their head too loud, which is good. It could be a lot worse. But, you know, they deserve to get to look outside every once in a while, too. Because none of them, fortunately, know how to open the door on their own. Well, there was none just kind of wandering around, so I'll get the one out of the locker. So, get one of those. Where's my thing? There it is. I get so spun around, man. I'm gonna have to, I bet you I'm gonna have to make some more solar chargers as well. Just gonna be one of those things I need. There's my computer chip. That gets us miles ahead. Drop that off. Put that over there. And glass and the 2 titanium. We can do that. I should have got that before, but you know, my mind is kind of on a one train track thing today. So let's not overload it with stuff. And I'll bring a couple of these. That should be enough. Like I said, charging batteries is at least 20% of what I do every day in my other game save, even with large ships. It just is what it is. I guess I need the rest of this crap before I go trying to build something. There we go. Let's see. Actually, it needs to be done with a tool. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking of. You know, I'm sure when you watch my videos you're shaking your head wondering, you know, just exactly how much percent of his brain is left, number one, and number two, if there is any of it left, which part of it actually works. Let's get one of the lower. That way I can do one. It doesn't have any. Oh, it's got power. Never mind. Let's put the battery thing right here. It says I need glass. Did I not do that? See, I got God bless America. That's why I need one of those these little goodies right here in my little hidey hole fabricator. I am so sorry. I got hypoxic from low oxygen from deep diving at that wreck. And that's my explanation, and I'm sticking with it. Now, this should let me do what I want to do right here. Isn't that a beauty? See, I've only got 100 in here, so that's not nearly enough to do what I 100% want to do, but this allows me to charge batteries. I got 100% on those. Just you gotta watch or you get caught right where it hurts. But it's done. So having that done, which makes me feel better. And what was I looking for? This 2 quartz, 2 titanium. How much do I have? What I can do while the sun is up is do this quickly so that I get just a little more help. This should give me another 50 if I'm not mistaken. That helps those batteries charge a little faster.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
and we're in the sun. So that's good stuff. Now we're going to need to let that go. Trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to drop off right this minute. Well, I know I need to go out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ditch one of these just because it helps me swim a little faster. I need to pick up some more quartz, and so I'm going to go ahead and hit the fast forward button again and snag some quartz, and then when I get done doing that, I'll get back to you and we'll kind of go from there. So let me get started and I'll be right back. All right, guys, what's going on? I'm back, and I want to do something real quick because I got the stuff to do it with. Let me go back up here to the fabricator. And that is do this and do that. It's going to make life a whole lot easier downstream. I need some copper wire to do that. That's why I don't ever put those things together. Okay, well, I don't need any of that stuff. One thing I want to do, and I don't know that I have enough, but I'm going to give it a shot, is this. We do have enough, I think. That should be 200, even though it doesn't even look attached. It really is, honest. So here we are again. Take that out of my pocket. Empty my other pockets, because we're not to the point where I'm wanting to do anything else right yet. So first things first, put this. So we'll switch out batteries. That allows me to go here and move that one to there. This one is 100% and that one's 100%. So that's still 76%. I'm gonna go get go up here, get this going on. And you know, maybe I can remember my mind or my chain of thought while I'm at it. Let's go get a check of what we got for time here. So we're almost to dark again, and so I want to wait a little bit before we head for 17, because I honestly am going to use the Sea Glide to get there. I'm going to add my other air tank in. In fact, while I'm waiting, tell you what, I'm going to hit the fast forward. Give me a second. I'm going to get set up, and when I come back, hopefully the sun will be coming up. So 1, 2, 3, hurry up. I'll be right back. All right. Man, this speeding up and slowing down is hurting my head. So anyway, here's Life Pod 17 again. Let's go for a swim. Try not to get eaten. And see if we can find this other wreck. I know it's not in this area here, and it's past the kelp before we have to go deep. And I added the extra tank, so I have a total of 4. 165 doesn't seem like awful lot, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and come down here. I want to see if I can find that other wreck. It was on this way to the other one. It'd be nice if we could see it and get our hands on it. Bingo. There it is. Alright, that helps. So we'll hustle down here. Now, one thing I've already noticed is, and that's not what I wanted, I switched my stuff around. That's a door that needs to be cut, which means the goodies that are going to be available to me here are a lot less than they would be normally. Kind of bummed about that. Definitely don't need any metal salvage. I don't know what that is. That's different. I'm not really seeing anything make myself all excited. And it doesn't look like there's any other way into this thing. And well, I can go get the stuff I need to make that cutter. I was trying not to have to go there yet, but it looks like to me that's the deal. And so I'm gonna go up, get some air. What I want to do real quick, I want to see something at 17. So we'll spin around. I'm going to do a little swim in here. At least I found that other wreck. I just need to get a cutting torch before I go there. And it probably has something in it I really, really want. So maybe in the next video we'll I got a couple things I want to do, and it's just hard to put them in one order or another. In fact, I try not to put anything in order because you never know when you're going to find something. But you know, there's a couple things I'd like to do. There's an island I want to go to that I've heard about that should help me get the parts for a cutting tool, cutting torch. And then there's always the good old Aurora, which needs our undivided attention. So if I can find this spot again, I want to see if I can. That's certainly not it right there. Damn, I hate those things. Little badges. Take that, you little... Ah, he swam away. Really? Come here. Come on, you want a piece of me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Man, he's just whooping my butt. Maybe you can't kill him anymore. That kind of pisses me off. I gotta go up, get some air after getting the crap beat out of me by a little tiny fish. Really? I know it hurts, but man, did it have to hurt that much? Let's do this real quick. That kind of gets that taken care of. Anyway. I guess I'll motor around and see if I can see this air shaft. And that's what I'm looking for. I forgot where I saw it. But I believe that's my way from point A to point B. Yeah. Ah! Poof! Take that, you little devil. I have some other words for you, but I'm trying to keep them to myself. I swear to God I saw that tunnel somewhere over here. And now I'm not seeing it. What's that? Another of those. For crying out loud, I could build 10 of those mobile fragment things now. That is not helping me. I'm going to have to go up and get some air here pretty quick. Still not seeing that air shaft. And I could swear I just saw that thing last night because I was fooling around with it last night. I will have to admit, I'm having one devil of a time with my movie editor. I use the Movie Studio 13. Not impressed with the issues I've been having lately. I've had to reinstall that program so many times I want to pull all my hair out. I think I just saw what I was looking for. I don't need that. Please tell me there's some other stuff in here I need. Come on. I can hear him out there. You know what? Look what I brought. I don't know that it's going to help me, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I don't know what the heck it does, but all of a sudden that light lit up. So, will that open the door? It will open the door. Oh my God. That's exactly what I was looking for. The problem is he's out there wanting to eat me, and I need some air. No, I don't. Where in the hell was I? Look at that. Prawn suit arms? Really? Come on. God, it takes forever to scan sometimes. There must be a whole bunch of them there. I don't need any more of those. I'd like to get my... that's cool. I don't want any of that stuff yet. So we better go out and get a breath of air. That's interesting, whatever that is. I'm not really sure what that is. I didn't want to do that though. That fouls me up. I was over here. Somewhere, wasn't I? See, I've freaking lost it. That's the second time I've done that. I got turned around. I just opened that silly damn door too. He's got to find me before he can bite me. There it is right there. So, go straight up, you dummy. Get a breath of air and go back down there, and don't be stupid. Well, I think I've already been here before. It's not recordable. I'd sure like to get my other my piece of the don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. That's interesting, but it's not available to me. I think I already have that, but one more time. What it's going to force me to do, I think, is go to the Aurora to get what I need, which is fine. I think I already have that too. Yeah. That's all stuff I already got. And here I go again. Turned around. Alright, I think I did what I could do here. So, we can get out of this mess. Alright, we're going to go up to our... Better go straight up. I got 58, so I'm just going to go ahead and skim across here like a ski boat. And what I'll do is I'll speed it up, and I'll see you as soon as I get to the pod, okay? Give me a sec. All right. We are fast swimmers, aren't we? Let's go up in this real quick. And we'll come up in here. I want to check and see how we did as far as anything we found. So we're started on the prawn, which I notice is up to 20 pieces now. Didn't find any more of the seamoth, which really disappoints me. So I think, I guess in the next one, I'm going to go over to the Aurora. I want to show you what's over there if you haven't been. I got a couple of new data downloads. I got a survivor one, which doesn't really tell me a lot. Another one of these. Which doesn't tell me a lot. And an operations log, which doesn't tell me a lot either. The technical one, we already knew all that, and the welcome. So, not much there. So anyway, I'll get up here and stand and watch the sun go down. I'll get some stuff together and get ready for the next thing. And I think the next time I see you, we'll head over to the Aurora and see what kind of mischief we can get into. If I understand things, sorry, I just hit the mic. Perhaps we've got to be about 10 times as careful as we were the last time we scooped along the edge, because things may have changed over there since the last time. So, and you didn't get to see that because I lost that piece of saved video. So, that being said, thanks so much for coming by my channel, checking out some more of my videos. I really appreciate it, It really helps me get up in the morning and get excited early in the day versus kind of moping around until enough coffee wakes me up. If you like these kind of videos or some of the other videos I've done, leave me a like. I got to tell you, it just absolutely motivates me. And if you like these kind of videos, please leave a like. It tells me that I'm actually trying to do the right thing. At the end of the day, if you've been to my channel, if you've checked it out, you notice that things are getting better. I'm adding content constantly. I'm getting my act together a little bit, and things are getting better. There's a few more faces coming around the channel, checking me out all the time. Consider subscribing. It can't hurt, and it's still free. So with that being said, wish you a good day or good night, depending on what side of the world you're on right now. And I'll get back to working on this piece of footage here and making a video out of it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.